In Colombia, an imperialist party is elected and declares his will to bring back Gran Colombia. After this, Venezuela, Panama, Ecuador, Peru, and Brazil mobilize their borders, though Colombia put 100,000 troops on Panama's border. The annexation of Panama is inevitable. Well, if you're ready for the war, well, please subscribe and let the war erupt. Who will fall? I know. Well, let's go to Panama. Panama, have fun. I mean, I'm sorry, but like, today's not your day. And tomorrow doesn't look good either. I'm just sorry. But I mean, you can have fun in the Darien Gap, I guess. As Colombia invades Darien Gap, gaining more drug smugglers in their border. I'm sure Donald Trump is happy about this. Well, who cares about him? It's not his day. Well, Panama City fell, and the rest of Panama. And well, what did you expect? Colombia to lose? If you expected that, I honestly feel bad for you, because, well, it seems so plausible. Well, let's go to Costa Rica. And yes, Costa Rica, have fun. And well, they definitely will. I promise. They won't. Who likes imperialism? Whether it's Russia, China, America, the Arabs, the Iranians, the Syrians, who cares? I hate all colonists. They can all collapse. I don't actually hate all colonists, that's a lie. If it was the truth, my logo would have a sickle and hammer in the middle. And thank God it don't. And yes, if I was a Christian, I'd put a cross on it. If I was Muslim, I'd put that moon on it. Guess what? I'm above religion. That's a lie. Maybe I am religious, maybe I'm not. Just guess. Just take a random guess. And well, as Colombia secures the north, now they decide to wander east, thus staging an attack by having troops dressed up as Venezuelan troops attack a base. Venezuela claims no part in this. Colombia demands payments and demilitarization. Meanwhile, Venezuela refuses Colombia. Masses 800 troops on the border. Venezuela brings 350,000 troops to the border. Believing Colombia won't attack, but not sure. Amass 600,000 troops. Will Colombia declare war, marching across the coast and securing the capital? And then troops that are cool enter the jungle. Yeah, let's hope they don't fall in traps and get lifelong disabled. We don't want disabled people. I'm disabled. Probably shouldn't say that, but anyways. It's not like anybody's going to pity me. Honestly, you should. My life is so hard. No, I'm kidding. I can't play the pity. Wish I could, but it's too late for the pity party. Why didn't I become a complaining person? I guess we'll never know why. But being disabled's great anyways. As they take a city and then they move towards the capital. As in the south, these cool troops are like do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Having a lot of fun, taking a lot more land. It's not very valuable, chances are. But let's let them have it as the Northern Front manages to capture the capital. And then they move across, connecting, and they are dead. And well, before I say anything else, they're about to be evil. You might think Colombia being evil is real. Yeah, maybe if you're a crazy person. And I don't care if you're left-wing or right-wing crazy. Both the left crazies and the right crazies, and then in between them, the liberal crazies. Yeah, no, I don't like them. I'll be my own crazy. Hail, wild mapper! Hail, wild mapper! Yes, I'm a fascist dictator now, everyone. Enjoy. As they take the Essequibo region and tell the Venezuelan people, you can have it. And Guyana's like, what about me? Oh, you can be a part of me. Hey, that's not fair as they move into the capital. And they're like, Suriname, there's something wrong about you. Collapse. We don't like you. Nobody likes you. And then they're like, hey, France. Oh, thank you. France is like, why did you do that? And they're like, you want war? You're a pathetic military. The only time you were actually valuable is when Napoleon existed. And, well, I'm not sure if you know France, but your best leader is dead. You might say I should probably fix this city so they're not capital. Well, let East Colombia moves to put 900,000 troops on Ecuador and Peru's border. Stage an event again by starting a fire near troops, putting it out and blaming Peru. Apologize and pay, or war. Peru refuses, and then Ecuador and Peru go to war. And also, while you guys are looking, let's annex Trinidad and Tobago. Whatever. I give up. I actually give up, everyone. This map is giving me depression. No, I'm kidding. If you get depression by looking at maps, you need to get a life. Honestly. And I can say that. Why? Because it's not like we're in the lithium. It's not like I'm mining lithium and stealing. Honestly, stealing's fun. Or at least that's what China, Russia, France, Britain is always doing, those evil nations. As we know, we've been through this a bunch of times. Ecuador, for Peru's mistake, you face war. How does it feel being nice to a nation? How does it feel being attacked with a nation who's stolen from you? Peru, I'm looking right at you. In Peru and Ecuador, how's it feel to have stolen land? Also, no, I'm not in a gated community, so I can say that. No, that's a joke. Why would somebody say that? They deserve their house broken into. Like, honestly. Good thing I hate burglars. As Quito falls into the south. As up here, these troops can't advance. Dupe. Cut off. You might think, yeah, they can still get around here. Cut off. Cut off. Well, as this is going on, let's move to the south. Okay, more resistance. Some of these are definitely under their control. With Lima being encircled and them falling. With them advancing down and down until they get to Chile's border. And then Peru's like, well, that went well. And let's see the peace. Brazil now mobilizing 2 million troops to invade Colombia with 1.52 million troops. Well, war is initiated with a push across the border and a main one to, your favorite spot, Bogota. And it opens big front. And well, as we can see, this is going good for Brazil. You might be saying, how'd that happen? Well, not only do they attack across the border first, in multiple areas in the first part of this invasion, they secure borders. Let's see where their mistake lies. So far, it hasn't happened yet. Thus moving in and securing these regions as a spearhead to Bogota, and the Battle of Bogota is broken out in a seizing of more populated areas around the area. With the Battle of Bogota being so far in favor of Brazil. As they move in and take Guyana, they then move to take Quito back, which they succeed in. But you might be wondering, what's the mistake? Oh, just wait. As they move in, two fronts here, encircling this area, moving up, seizing big chunks of here, but they made a mistake. You might be asking why. They encircled troops here and encircled troops here. These troops want to get out, so they head here. You might be wondering how that's the fatal mistake. It's not that. With them focusing too much on taking this city, they set up another trap for themselves. Over here. And with a lack of naval dominance, this becomes an encirclement. As Quito falls back into their hands, while the capital gets reconnected from here and here, leading to another encirclement, thus managing, since they're up to 2 million troops now, the Colombians, and Brazil is down to 1.9 million. Thus meaning, as this falls, it's not good for them. And while more lands fall, slowly at this point, this front is forced to withdraw, and they hold that front. But what they don't know is that the Amazon attack begins, with them securing big lands in the north. And Peru's puppet finally enters. The puppet of Peru enters. With this not being necessarily a big deal, but as you can see, they're quickly moving through here to head towards better areas. As they manage to cut this off, the offensive to the coast begins. As Brazil, with gaining a defeat here, they are forced to withdraw from a big chunk of land. From here, the reason is to secure more valuable lands, but thus they lost more land. Colombia has better supply lines, with the troops mostly withdrawing from here too to get down there. With it being a bloodbath, basically, for Brazil. The 10,000 troops remaining, 3,000 was killed. So, at this point, Brazil's down to, 1.6 million troops. Also, keep in mind other reasons for troops leaving. With Brazil wondering what's happening. So, they attempt an encirclement, which is what they do. Because they still have naval dominance over around here. So they move in and do this, quickly encircling that. And while as some of the most elite armies are used to move across in the north, as Brazil expected a push from here, but none came, they make it impossible for that to happen now. And they expect this one to try to break out. But what they failed to realize when they moved the troops there is that they were headed up here. And these ones were headed here to take a major city. Well, not major city. With them advancing towards Brasilia. With forces here moving down like this to cut across. And they do this. But thus they managed to make an encirclement here. And with it, they take the capital. With Brazil's counteroffensive being an epic fail. And Brazil falls. Let's see the peace treaty. Well, Colombia declares Grand Colombia now, extending north, east, south, west, as well as. And, well, will they stand longer? Like Napoleon, will ego take over, leading to the collapse? While empires rise and fall, Colombia isn't different in any ways. Well, if you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts and theories, and click the notification bell to stay in tune for Thursday when we return to American Paranoia. Also, July 14th, when we return to our alternate future of the world series. Well, click on a video above. Wild Mapper out.